Hi, I'm Grace, and if you don't know me, I'm a former member of Epiphany's youth group, and I graduated with the class of 2020 last year. Youth group is important to me not only because I created long-lasting friendships with a foundation in our faith, but I also became a part of a community that I can rely on. While in youth group, I learned a lot about myself and strengthened my personal relationship with God while at the same time giving back to the church and to the community. And I hope you enjoy it as much as I did. It's really fun.
Hey guys, why youth group is so important to me is because of the relationships I made in it, both with the kids my age and with adults and with kids older than me and younger than me. They were all a huge part of my faith, and my faith is a huge part of my life today. And so I really encourage everyone to get really involved in youth and put time and energy into it, because it takes a lot of time and energy, but in the end the relationships you make are so worth it, and they really are the relationships that last you for years and years after, and they continue to be some of the most encouraging people in my life.
Hi everyone, my name's Rachel and I graduated about 3 years ago. Youth group was so important to me, and I think the most important thing I learned was what Christian love looks like. Christians strive for such a different level of love than the rest of the world is looking at, because we're looking at Jesus Christ as our example, this unconditional love. And I would be a part of non-Christian organizations, and they would just say that I was different or I was weird, and they just weren't looking to the same thing I was. And they said that I was alone. And I came to youth group and I realized that I wasn't alone, that there were other teenagers trying to achieve this level of love, trying to draw closer to God. And those people became my closest friends. They're still my closest friends. I still call them. They still help me strive to be closer to God. And so just understand that, like, you're not alone. And I encourage you to just keep seeking that and keep surrounding yourself with people that are also seeking that level of love and seeking to be Christ-like.
Youth group was really important for me as it gave me a second family. People that helped me get through some tough times and that I could trust with anything. It also allowed me to get to know God better as a friend who I lean on even today. I would encourage you all to stay strong and trust in God, as even though you may be going through some tough times right now, there is in fact light at the end of the tunnel, as God has a plan for you, even though you might not see it yourself.
Hey y'all, my name is Matt. I'm one of Saul's sons, if you ever met my dad, and I grew up going to this youth group. I really wanted a relationship with God growing up, and I felt like I was getting closer to God every time I came to youth group. But honestly, I had my baggage. I had my secrets and I had my lies. I was probably just like you, where you're sitting in the youth group some days and you're like, man, does God really love me? And the truth is that he does. And I didn't know that truth until later in life. But I always felt that truth whenever I was at youth group. So if that's you today and you're like, man, I love this youth group, I love God, but if you're struggling with the idea that God does not love you, man, he does. And you have no idea how much you're cared for and loved. And God knows everything about you, and that you can come to him anytime. And so youth group's awesome. It was a huge part of my life, and it was a part of my story. And so hope to meet y'all one day, and have a great youth night.